The sun had barely risen above the red earth of the village when whispers began to travel like harmattan wind. They say the farmer's trap was broken. They say the hunter returned with fresh antelope meat. By midday, the great gong was struck. Giboom, jiboom, gaboom, all villagers gathered at the square. Women with wrappers tied tight, men with walking sticks, children hiding behind their mothers' backs. At the center sat the chief, old but sharp-eyed, his staff resting across his knees. To his right stood the farmer, anger burning in his chest. To his left stood the hunter, calm but not unshaken. The farmer speaks. "My chief," he began, bowing low, "I set my traps with my sweat. This morning I found one broken. The animal inside it was gone. Someone has stolen from my labor." Murmurs rose like restless bees. The chief raised his hand. Silence fell. An elder stepped forward. "My chief, at dawn, we saw the hunter carrying a large antelope on his shoulders." The crowd gasped. All eyes turned to the hunter. He stepped forward slowly. "It is true, my people. I carried an antelope this morning, but I did not steal it. I shot the animal with my arrow at first light. It ran, and in its wounded state, it fell into the farmer's trap. When I arrived, it was trapped. I finished what my arrow had begun." The square fell into confusion. "Then whose animal is it?" someone shouted. "Who owns it?" another cried. The chief did not speak immediately. He closed his eyes, because this was no simple matter. Was ownership in the first strike, or in the final capture? If a river carries your goat into another man's farm, who owns it? If lightning strikes a tree and it falls into your compound, whose firewood is it? The chief ordered the meat to be brought forward. He examined the hide. "Where is the arrow?" he asked. The hunter produced it. Blood still marked its tip. The chief nodded. Then he asked the farmer, "Was your trap strong enough to kill a healthy antelope?" The farmer hesitated. "It weakens them, but it does not always kill instantly." The chief leaned back. Now the truth was clearer. He rose slowly. "My people, listen well. The hunter wounded the animal. Without his arrow, it may never have fallen into the trap. The farmer set his trap. Without it, the wounded animal might have escaped." The square was silent enough to hear the wind move the palm leaves. This antelope was claimed by two laborers. Gasps spread across the crowd. "So here is my judgment. The meat shall belong to the hunter, for his arrow first claimed it. But the hunter shall pay the farmer for his broken trap, for his labor was not nothing." He struck his staff on the ground. Judgment sealed. The villagers left wiser that day. Because the truth is not always one-sided. Sometimes two efforts create one result. Two men can be right. And justice is not about choosing sides, but restoring balance. And from that day forward, whenever disputes rose in that village, elders would say, "Remember the antelope that belonged to two hands.